Welcome to Inquisite Curiosity, where we explore the 6 worst disasters of the 21st century that shaped our world. From natural calamities to man-made crises, join us on this captivating journey through history. Click and subscribe now and satisfy your curiosity about the world's most significant disasters of our time. Indian Ocean Tsunami, 2004. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami was not just a natural disaster, it was a seismic event that spanned across an area larger than the entire United States. The earthquake that triggered it had a magnitude of 9.1 to 9.3, making it one of the most powerful ever recorded. It struck off the west coast of northern Sumatra, Indonesia, and generated a series of tsunamis that raced across the Indian Ocean at jetliner speeds. The death toll, estimated at around 230,000 people, varied greatly across the affected countries. Indonesia, Sri Lanka, India, and Thailand were among the hardest hit nations. In addition to the loss of life, millions were displaced, and entire coastal communities were wiped out. The economic damages amounted to billions of dollars, as infrastructure, fisheries, tourism, and agriculture were severely affected. The disaster prompted a global outpouring of humanitarian aid and spurred efforts to establish a tsunami early warning system in the Indian Ocean region to prevent such tragedies in the future. Haiti earthquake 2010. In the year 2010, the nation of Haiti, already grappling with poverty and political instability, faced a cataclysmic event that would further test its resilience. On January 12th, a catastrophic earthquake with a magnitude of 7.0 struck just southwest of the capital, Port-au-Prince, and its epicenter was only about 16 miles from the city. The earthquake's proximity to the densely populated capital meant that its impact was particularly devastating. Buildings, many of them poorly constructed, crumbled within moments, trapping thousands of people beneath the debris. It's estimated that between 230,000 and 316,000 people lost their lives in this tragic event. The aftermath of the earthquake was marked by chaos and a desperate search for survivors. The limited healthcare infrastructure in Haiti was overwhelmed, and international aid efforts rushed in to provide medical assistance, food, water, and shelter. However, logistical challenges and damaged infrastructure hampered the relief efforts. Tohoku earthquake and tsunami 2011. In the early months of 2011, Japan faced an unprecedented disaster that unfolded with devastating force. On March 11th, a massive undersea megathrust earthquake with a magnitude of 9.0 to 9.1 struck off the northeastern coast of Japan. This seismic event, known as the Tohoku earthquake, was not only one of the strongest ever recorded, but also triggered one of the most destructive tsunamis in history. The earthquake itself was a violent rupture along the subduction zone where the Pacific plate subducts beneath the North American plate. Its sheer power and duration caused the entire Japanese mainland to shift by nearly 8 feet to the east. However, it was the subsequent tsunami that would prove to be the most devastating aspect of the disaster. Towering waves, some reaching heights of 100 feet, 30 meters, inundated coastal communities, sweeping away everything in their path. The tsunami warning system in Japan worked effectively, alerting residents and saving many lives. But the sheer scale of the waves overwhelmed coastal defenses. The human toll was profound, with nearly 16,000 lives lost. Entire communities were obliterated, and countless individuals were left displaced and traumatized. The Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, situated on the coastline, experienced a triple nuclear meltdown, adding an unprecedented nuclear disaster to the catastrophe. Hurricane Katrina 2005. Hurricane Katrina made landfall in August 2005 as a Category 3 hurricane, but it was the catastrophic failure of New Orleans' levee system that exacerbated the disaster. The city's low-lying geography made it particularly vulnerable to flooding, and the levees, designed to protect against a Category 3 hurricane, were overwhelmed by the storm surge. The inadequate response from federal, state, and local authorities drew widespread criticism. Thousands were left stranded without food, water, or medical assistance. The Superdome, intended as a shelter, became a symbol of the disaster as it struggled to provide for the thousands who sought refuge. The aftermath of Katrina exposed deep racial and socioeconomic disparities as marginalized communities bore the brunt of the disaster's impact. The hurricane highlighted the importance of disaster preparedness and the need for more equitable response and recovery efforts. Typhoon Haiyan, Yolanda, 2013. In November 2013, the Philippines experienced one of the most powerful tropical cyclones ever recorded, Typhoon Haiyan, known locally as Yolanda. This Category 5 super typhoon struck with unprecedented ferocity, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. Typhoon Haiyan's sheer intensity generated sustained winds of up to 195 miles per hour and a storm surge that reached horrifying heights, inundating coastal communities. The city of Tacloban on Leyte Island bore the brunt of the storm, with neighborhoods reduced to splintered debris. The human toll was staggering, with an estimated 6,300 lives lost. Thousands of people were reported missing, and many families were displaced from their homes. The disaster also left over 1,000 people injured and countless more traumatized by the event. The economic cost of Typhoon Haiyan exceeded $2 billion. Infrastructure, homes, and livelihoods were decimated. The Philippines, an archipelago prone to tropical storms, faced a long and challenging road to recovery. International aid and humanitarian organizations rallied to provide assistance and relief efforts. Typhoon Haiyan prompted discussions on climate change and the potential link between warming oceans and the increasing intensity of tropical storms, underscoring the urgency of addressing climate-related challenges. COVID-19 pandemic 2019. The COVID-19 pandemic, which emerged in late 2019, has evolved into a protracted global crisis with complex social, economic, and healthcare dimensions. The novel coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, spread rapidly, prompting governments worldwide to implement measures such as lockdowns, travel restrictions, and vaccination campaigns. As of 2022, the pandemic has resulted in millions of deaths, and its impact continues to reverberate across the globe. Hospitals and healthcare systems have been strained, and the loss of life has been felt on a massive scale. In addition to the human toll, the pandemic has brought significant economic repercussions, causing trillions of dollars in losses, business closures, and job disruptions. The COVID-19 pandemic has also underscored the importance of global collaboration in responding to health crises and highlighted the need for preparedness and scientific innovation to address future threats. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey through the 6 worst disasters of the 21st century. We hope you've gained valuable insights into the challenges humanity has faced and the strength we've shown in times of adversity. If you enjoyed this series and want to continue exploring the wonders of our world, don't forget to subscribe to Inquisit Curiosity. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay connected with the world's most compelling stories.